Norway is a country with a great number of curiosities and peculiarities that make it unique in the world. From its impressive natural landscapes to its culture and traditions, Norway is a place that always surprises travelers. The midnight sun. In northern Norway, the sun does not set completely from late May to late July, meaning you can experience 24 hours of daylight. The Nobel Peace Prize. Although the Nobel Prizes were established by the Swede Alfred Nobel, the Nobel Peace Prize is awarded each year in Oslo, the capital of Norway. The Atlantic Road, one of the most impressive roads in the world, jumping from island to island across several bridges that seem to float on the water. Underwater tunnels. Norway has some of the longest underwater tunnels in the world, facilitating transportation in a terrain dominated by fjords. Santa Claus in Norway. Some Norwegians claim that Santa Claus's summer residence is in Drøbak, Norway. Oil economy. Norway is one of the largest oil exporters in the world, but also invests heavily in renewable energies. Skiing. Modern skiing originated in Norway, and the word ski in Norwegian means piece of wood. High recycling rate. Norway has one of the highest recycling rates in the world. About 97% of all plastic bottles are recycled. Bastøy Prison, the most humane prison in the world, where inmates have keys to their own rooms, access to outdoor activities, and educational opportunities. Wooden churches. Norway is famous for its stave churches, wooden churches that date back to the medieval period. Lofoten cod. Norway is known for its cod, especially that caught in the Lofoten Islands. Viking diet. Norwegian Vikings were famous navigators and warriors, but they were also farmers and fishermen. Seed vaults in Svalbard. The global seed vault in Svalbard stores duplicates of seeds from around the world as security against global disasters. The Constitution of Norway. It is one of the oldest in the world still in use, adopted in 1814. Ski jumping. Norway is the birthplace of some of the world's best ski jumpers. Brunost cheese, a brown cheese, made from the residues of other cheese production, very popular in Norway. Polar night. In Svalbard, the sun does not rise for about 4 months of the year, from November to February. Northern Lights. Norway is one of the best places in the world to observe the Northern Lights, especially in the northern part of the country. High quality of life. Norway frequently appears in rankings as one of the best countries to live in terms of quality of life. Telemark, not just a style of skiing, but also a region of Norway known for its natural beauty and cultural heritage. Flam Railway. One of the most spectacular train journeys in the world, descending from the mountains to the Sonafjord Fjord. The right to roam. In Norway, the Allemannsretten, or right of all, allows people to camp freely in most uncultivated areas. Norwegian salmon. Norway is one of the largest producers of salmon in the world, and its aquaculture is an important industry. Viking coin. Norway has one of the oldest currencies in Europe, originating in the Viking era. The Viking Ship Museum in Oslo houses some of the best preserved Viking ships in the world. Vigeland Sculpture Park. This park in Oslo features over 200 bronze and granite sculptures created by Gustav Vigeland. Helltown, a small town in Norway that has become internationally famous for its name, which in English means hell. The Lærdal Tunnel. It is the longest road tunnel in the world, at 24.5 kilometers. Molde Jazz Festival, one of the oldest jazz festivals in Europe, held annually in Molde. Norwegian diet includes many dairy products, fish, and meats, with an emphasis on fresh and local foods. Iron Throne in Game of Thrones. Parts of the famous HBO series, Game of Thrones, used cast iron props that were made in Norway. Nidaros Church. In Trondheim, it is one of the most important centers of Christianity in Northern Europe. Arctic biodiversity. Svalbard is one of the best places to study Arctic biodiversity, with its unique fauna and vulnerability to climate change. Edvard Grieg's house. Trollhagen in Bergen is the house of the famous Norwegian composer Edvard Grieg. Lillehammer Literature Festival, considered one of the most important literary festivals in Europe. Norwegian Lapland, home to the Sami, the indigenous people of Norway, known for their rich culture and reindeer herding traditions. Wooden architecture. Norway has a long tradition in wooden constructions, reflected in its houses and historical buildings. The Arctic Circle. Norway is one of the few countries through which the Arctic Circle passes, marked at various points by monuments. Norwegian Penal Code, famous for its focus on rehabilitation over punishment, with prisons that often look more like small communities than penal facilities. Maelstrom. Norway is home to the Moskstraumen, one of the most powerful and well-known whirlpools in the world. Frozen pizzas. Norway is one of the highest per capita consumers of frozen pizzas in the world. Fire goat. Every year, a huge straw goat is erected in the town of Sandefjord during the Christmas season. Curiously, it is often the victim of pranks and burns down before the festivities end. Most common name. Until recently, the most common name in Norway was not Norwegian, but Mohammed. This reflects the growing diversity in the country. Oslo Børs. Founded in 1819, the Oslo Stock Exchange is one of the oldest in the world that is still in operation. The Ugliest Tin Can Award. For many years, Norway awarded a prize to the ugliest tin can in the country, in a contest that celebrated peculiar and not so attractive design. A kilo of cheese per person. On average, each Norwegian consumes about a kilo of brunost cheese a year. Russia-Norway border. At the far northeast, the small and remote border between Russia and Norway has a peculiarity, a line of bicycles for migrants to legally cross, as crossing on foot is prohibited. The Tromsø rabbit. Tromsø is known for having an unusually high population of urban rabbits, often seen hopping through its streets and parks. Cheese Museum. Norway houses a museum dedicated exclusively to cheese, reflecting the importance of this food in Norwegian culture. Kings in Antarctica. Norway claimed a part of Antarctica it called Queen Maud Land, in honor of Queen Maud of Norway. And with that, we conclude the curiosities of this peculiar country. If you made it here, don't leave without commenting where you are from and why you live worse than a prisoner in Norway. And if you liked it, hit the like button. Thanks for watching, and until next time, see you in the next video.